and thank you for joining me for today's Lake Take. In the world we live in, it should come as no surprise that most of us are more stressed out than ever before. And when it comes to that stress, our culture often suggests the best way to get through it is by looking for happiness, by searching for little happy moments that offer a brief break from the grind and the weight that stress brings into our lives. And on the surface, I would say that sounds like a pretty great plan. I mean, who wants to go through life stressed out when you could be blissed out? And after all, God's plan for our lives as Christians calls for happiness, right? Well, actually, it's joy that God wants us to have, not happiness. Joy is that internal satisfaction that we get from pursuing well-being, even in the face of stress or tough trials in our lives. And some nice byproducts of joy are having a sense of peace and being filled with positivity on a daily basis. When you're facing stress or going through tough trials in your life, the hard truth is that it's impossible to be happy during them. Our external circumstances just won't allow for it. But the good news is that you can have joy during them. The hope you have in God gives you the satisfaction to get through them. I think no one exemplifies this better than Jesus in Hebrews 12:2, when it is said of him, who for the sake of the joy that was set before him endured the cross. Again, our culture will say the best way to handle our stress is by changing our external circumstances, whereas the Bible actually says that we can grow from that stress by cultivating joy in God. And I think that's an important reason why joy is a fruit of the Spirit and not happiness. God wants us to have hope in Him so we can grow through our trials. Remember, our culture will try to convince you to run away from your stress, but all that really does is maximize it in the long run. The good news, though, is that the Bible paints a pretty clear picture as to how we can combat our stress with daily joy. You really can choose a joy-filled life versus one bogged down with stress, and my prayer for you today is that you will.